Mango Mustache Media.
What is up, Chigones? Welcome to another episode of Chicano Chingon, presented by Hacienda Las Glorias.
A Mango Mustache original.
I'm your host, Nell Marie.
I'm your other host, Arturo.
And if you've noticed, between us, we have another person. Somebody right next to me who is noticeably not Arturo. This here is our special guest, our guest of honor, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Our sponsor,
Edgar Barrios.
That's me.
Yay!
It's such a pleasure.
He is the owner of Hacienda Las Glorias. Our lovely sponsor keeps the show going. And he is our father. Even cooler.
So I messed up where those air horns were supposed to go, but there you go.
It works. We just needed some.
Specifically asked, put the air horns when I say it's my dad. I got excited.
It's the cool part. It was just to emphasize the cool part is he's our dad, you know? But
The goat.
the original goat.
The
Wow,
OG.
it's been a minute since Arturo did a goat drop.
Got to bring it out for the Thanksgiving episode, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're very excited for this episode because we've been wanting him on here for a while. But if you're a fan of the show, you would know that before this, there weren't too many topics where we wanted to have that discussion with one of our parents in the middle. So this episode might be a little more PG friendly than normal because I'm cursing in front of my dad makes me wildly uncomfortable.
Me too.
It's like
Me too.
I feel like I can still get grounded, even though I can't because I'm an adult. But
So she thinks.
for this episode, not only do we have an awesome guest who's here to tell us a little Thanksgiving story, if you could call it that. I don't know. Just made that up. He's telling us a story. And we're going to get into some controversy, except not really. Just opinions you might have already heard, and maybe some new perspectives that you never would have thought of, that I never thought of regarding Thanksgiving. Stick around and you'll find out. But the most important thing that's coming, that everybody's excited for, is our hot segment of the day. The word of the day. The word of the day is bobble. Can you say bobble?
Bobble? Am I saying that right? Bobble?
Yes.
Pavo.
Arturo didn't do the voice, so we gotta do it again. Say it. Bobble.
Bobble. Like that?
Can you go deeper, Boba?
Pavo.
Wow. There wasn't much effort there on your part to go deep.
Well, that's the easy way. You can say guajolote.
Guajolote. See, I chose bobble first because I had this fear that when I did the word of the day and I introduced it, I was going to stutter, and I really didn't want to do that. I didn't have confidence I remember it. But bobble means turkey. It is turkey season. A lot of stupid little turkeys getting in the road of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Or not Cedar Rapids, maybe like on the outskirts.
There are some in Cedar Rapids. They get screamy and loud.
I haven't seen any recently, like driving through the city. Usually when I'm driving.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
Have they been a problem for you?
No, not necessarily, but they are all over the place.
They freak me out. Usually when I'm driving like out almost in the countryside, I don't know if you want to call it they're just like empty fields. It's Iowa. I don't know. And then I'm going like between neighbors and there's just like a random turkey just chilling. Oh, by the nature trails. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They come out in the highways.
I heard a couple in my neighborhood, unless they were owls, but it freaked me out because it was 3 a.m. and I just heard screaming and I thought someone was dying, but it was a bird.
Really? I've never seen a turkey that close to my house.
But
Enough of turkeys.
word of the day. Yeah.
Word of the
turkey.
day. Turkey. How exciting. Love them. Actually, turkey's okay.
I'm more of a ham guy.
Yeah. I like
This guy can cook a ham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for Thursday. Making pretty good ham. Are you making ham?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank God. So.
And turkey.
And turkey. Well, the turkey's not bad. There's nothing wrong with turkey. I just, it's not my favorite poultry. It's not my favorite bird.
Ham's the primary thing on the plate. But
yeah. That's the main
the word of the day
attraction.
is not ham, it's turkey.
It's turkey. But bonus word, Jamon.
Come on, yeah.
Now, on to the main reason we brought you here. We didn't bring you here to talk about turkey. We're here to talk about the juicy stuff. Ham.
I got you.
Same vibe. To, lead into it, Thanksgiving means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Some people hate it. Some people are indifferent. Some people, whatever. I feel like for us, it's a different thing. For me and Arturo, we don't really celebrate Thanksgiving necessarily.
Not the traditional way, but there's still like you said, there's a turkey at our things.
We partake in Thanksgiving, celebrations and stuff, but we don't, we've never hosted anything at our house or done anything like that. Our mom is Native American, so, for obvious reasons, we're not, particularly excited to celebrate Thanksgiving like that. But it obviously, as many people know, Thanksgiving has taken different interpretations and
different forms of appreciation, for sure.
Yeah. I think nowadays people aren't celebrating Thanksgiving for the sake of a good harvest and celebrating those pilgrims, It's more like,
oh, Black Friday, we got turkey.
Yeah, it's either very, very commercialized. Well, it is very commercialized. Buy food, make food, eat it. Black Friday right after. But also, it's a free day off for everybody. Get your whole family together, and that's always nice. So, but with you, Papa, I've always liked what you did with Thanksgiving, and I think it's interesting that, our father's side of the family is where we celebrate it, not our mom's side, even though you're not from here. But I think it's cool what you do when you celebrate Thanksgiving. And wanted to ask you, what was your first exposure or experience with Thanksgiving when you came here?
Well, it was one of those things that I didn't know what I mean, but I know it was like a way to say thank you for something that you have and something that you get or something.
Yeah.
On that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's...
Did you already kind of know of the holiday in Mexico?
No, not that I can think of.
No.
I mean, it's big enough that we hear it, but I don't really have like the definition for it or what it come from or any of the...
No, none of the history behind it. Yeah.
I know it's been a minute, but are you able to recall like the first time somebody either told you about it or like somebody invited you to Thanksgiving or anything? Was there anything like that around the time when you got here?
No, and that's exactly why it got to where we are right now.
Yeah.
So back in the day when I was younger, way younger. So
what do you mean? Just the other day.
there was people who do Thanksgiving and I wasn't invited to it. So because nobody really works on that day, I had to be alone.
Yeah.
So because of that reason, I said, well, had to be a lot more people like me. And it was like where I was working at.
Yeah.
So I decided like if someday I become my own boss or whatever, I would like to have the option for my employees to have one day to celebrate. And whatever the day, then Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think it's the best way to say thank you to anything that you have or anything that you maybe whatever.
Appreciating your employees. That's very nice.
Exactly. That's one of the biggest things, I guess.
Yeah. Do you remember like the first Thanksgiving party? Do you remember?
And was that at the restaurant or was that like at your house or something?
No, I don't remember. I've been all over the place. And I do remember few places like back in Missouri but I don't really necessarily exactly remember like a place or a family or anything.
Oh. How about your first one at the restaurant? Like the one that you threw? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember that. It was one of those things that I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So I did it for Christmas Eve for the employees. And after that, I did it for Thanksgiving.
Did you have somebody help you? Like figure it out?
No. And it was hard to do it.
Really? I feel like you have so many employees, or you did. You had to at the time.
Well, but it is like one of those things. Like I don't want to make them work more. I want to say thank you to them. So I put it together. I go to the store. I cook the dinner, and even though it's not a lot, it's something to. It takes me a lot. It takes a lot of time for me to do it.
Oh yeah, I've seen you get those turkeys and hams ready. Takes a minute, but it's wild. It's very much appreciated.
Oh yeah, I know. I appreciate it every time.
But yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like I wanted to make something and give something for them, and not just for the employees, because there's also like people who I knew at the time, or I know that
Yeah, a lot of friends
they
of
don't-
yours would
they
come
don't have
by.
a place
Yeah.
to go.
Oh yeah, I mean, people would come in like even if they didn't work at the restaurant. I remember that we'd be in the restaurant, but like, that's one of the regulars. I've seen that guy before. You know, he's just that close to the people.
Yeah.
Or even those guys, like they have a place to go and they would swing by to say hi or thank you or whatever.
Very cute, actually. We see these people like every day, and they still want to pop in when we're doing Thanksgiving. I don't know, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, that's one of the biggest things. Like, to me, it was like, I don't really know, like I said, like the history behind it.
Yeah.
But it was a way to say thank you to God or anything
Yeah.
to have or to where I am right now.
I think nowadays also when it's like advertised or discussed, whatever, people are talking about like, your family's getting together, you're celebrating your family, whatever. They don't talk about the origins or the history so much anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it.
No
yeah.
one's dressing up as pilgrims and Native Americans. They're just like, yeah, we're with the family. We're eating turkeys.
Well, not
and-
at the party. There's some people do plays.
Well, that's a different thing. I think when it comes to the Thanksgiving celebration, it's like, okay,
yeah.
we're all gathered around the table, and so one person's carving the turkey, and then they're passing it out, and it's,
Yeah.
it's part of like it's like a Thanksgiving ritual. you
Just
know?
seeing all your relatives you never get to see,
Yeah.
even if you don't want to see them.
Well, and like a lot of people.
That was a joke.
Like, you don't want to see them. Well, people say like Thanksgiving is like the day that a lot of things break out, like a lot of arguments break out, but that's the government's day off. Like everybody has that day off,
Yeah.
and they need to find a way to spend it.
Yeah. So go see my family. And they all got the day off. Yeah. And your brothers and your relatives that, I mean, not that there's many here in Cedar Rapids, but they would come to the Thanksgiving parties too. So you do get to see your friends and your family and your employees, which is cool.
It's like those guys, they had like their own Thanksgiving at home and they stop by and say hi.
Yeah.
And again, it's more like to say thank you to the day and everything.
Do you feel like doing stuff like that has improved your relationship with your employees? Like, do you feel like, not that you guys are buddy-buddy because you're still like their boss, but do you feel like there's a more of a mutual respect between you and your employees?
I guess it's more like a appreciation thing for
Yeah.
them. They feel like
They feel recognized.
recognized, and they I see them like a people, not like an employee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the biggest things. Like, and I say this to them a lot. Like, they're part of the family because I see them more sometimes than I see you guys sometimes.
I remember a couple times you say, I got, 4 kids or 5 kids? And then also all the employees at the restaurant are on my other kids, you know?
And not because they act like kids, it's because like when I tell people like, well, the restaurant is like a family business. Like when you work for the restaurant, it's like a big family. Like
Yeah.
we are together. Like somebody has a baby and we just get together and get some diapers or things like that. So it's
Yeah.
just like a big family that we have.
That's something I've always appreciated about working for you. I like to say that I'm not, I mean, obviously I might be a little biased when I come to complimenting my boss because he's my dad and, it's cool working with my dad. But a lot of times I hear from just other people, whether it's other restaurants or other stores or like anywhere, and they complain about their boss doing this or like not caring about when this happens to them or just, it's just generally a lack of appreciation for their employees. And I always think, I'm like, my dad would never do that. Somebody will always tell me a story. I'm like, you know what my dad does though to resolve these issues or make sure it doesn't happen, whatever. And it makes me realize like you have a lot of appreciation for your employees because they're not just like people there to make you money. They're people there, working to make a living and they're supporting your business with you. So I can tell you have a lot more respect and appreciation for your employees. And not a lot of people have that. I'm not saying all bosses are evil, but it's just not a lot of genuinely good people like that.
One of the more human bosses.
Yeah.
You show your human side more.
I don't know about that, but there is also people who don't like me. I bet you that. So
No, but even
yeah.
like, I mean, obviously a lot of people know you because I mean, you know everybody in Cedar Rapids.
I mean,
and
you're sponsoring a podcast. You know what I mean?
you're sponsoring some celebrities of Cedar Rapids.
I know a few people. Let's put it.
Well, a lot of people know you, but a lot of people who have used to work for you, they would tell me like, I loved working for your dad. He was a great boss. And obviously, I'm not going to say everybody. I'm sure you have people who left on bad terms, whatever. But for the most part, I get so often that like people will come up and tell me like, your dad's a really good boss. He's a really nice man. They'll just always tell me like, he's a really good guy. That's like people always, they're always telling me that. And it's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, he is. I know.
Well, I try.
Yeah. I think you do a pretty good job.
I think you do a good job too.
Do you think, I don't know, do you think the employees get as excited? Because I know some employees, they're already excited for this year's. The other day they were asking me if I was going to be there. Estelle and Jose, they're like, you going to be at the party? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be at the party. They're like, what are you making? And they get hyped they come every year and they get hyped to bring their food. Do you hear about that prior?
Yeah, but again, like some of these guys, they were single, now they're married, now they have their own family, they do their own thing at home, and they come to ours. So it's kind of nice to be part of that. Like they were single, and now they have family, or stuff like that.
It's cool to see people kind of grow like that, and you're a witness to it for a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there was somebody who asked you to be their kid's godfather. I remember not that long ago. They just came in the restaurant and told you, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like, dang, he knows a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay,
know.
yeah, you know a lot of people. Like one of the examples I think of is going to Chicago, just driving down the street, and someone's like, "Oh my God, that's Edgar."
I know we make jokes and we're the celebrities of Cedar Rapids. But you're actually like, you know a lot of people, and a lot of people know you. I'll just go out and about by myself, and they're like, "Hey, Edgar's daughter." I'm like, "Who are you?" I get like all stressed out. I'm like,
I've known you since you were a baby, and I'm like, I don't remember you at all.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You gotta wonder, like, have I met this person, or they just see me on Facebook? Like, I don't know. What's the protocol here? Nerves. Not always a fan. It just feel like you're always being watched.
Oh yeah.
Do you get that? Do you feel like you're always being watched?
No.
No.
I mean, I feel like you feel like that if you were doing something wrong, but I feel like
No.
I feel like I'm not. So
I also, it's the car I drive. There's been times where like somebody will text you or mom, like, I just saw your daughter's car go this way. That's crazy.
Or
I'm like,
Alex.
Or Alex does. We run into each other a lot on the road, and it's always when I'm like speeding or something. I mean, driving at a normal pace at the regular speed.
No
I got a
comment.
video of you speeding down, I think it was Blair's Ferry. Yeah, you were leaving work for sure.
I was probably rushing to get ready for an episode.
No,
No,
because I was over there. Like, I wasn't here waiting,
well,
I don't know.
I gotta do makeup. I gotta change my outfit.
True.
Yeah, this takes time. Not too much.
There was
today,
the other day, though, I was driving down the street and saw your car and pulled up really creepily next to this person and like put my hand up to wave and realized it was not you and just kept going. It was so awkward.
There was a time you pulled up behind me because we live in the same neighborhood, actually, which is pretty cool. You pulled up behind me and you're honking. And I remember being there. And anytime I hear somebody honk, I immediately get like super defensive. I'm like, who the hell is honking at me? I'm like, are you joking? I didn't even do anything. And I turn around getting ready to like yell at somebody. And it's you just like hi. I was like, oh, okay. And my boyfriend's there. He's like, you gotta calm down. Like nothing.
Horns are not personal attacks.
Yeah, I've learned that. Anything else you want to say about your Thanksgiving parties before we wrap up the segment?
I guess the only thing to say is like you have to be thankful for a lot of things that we have.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that they are not or you don't remember or you don't think about. You have to be more thankful about it.
Easy to get
And-
hung up on the negatives.
Yes.
It could always be worse.
And I feel like most people don't think it like that. It's a day to give thanks to God for what we have, and just be more thankful for that.
I think that is beautiful. Very heartwarming.
It's very Thanksgiving-y.
That sounded sarcastic when I said it, but it generally wasn't. It came out that way
Sounded
for
so
some reason.
sarcastic.
I'm sorry. It's a bad habit. Anyways, it's not sarcastic. Let's move on to the juicy stuff. Now we talk
juicy
about
stuff.
the controversies of Thanksgiving. Dun dun dun. If only we had our Halloween soundtrack still. Like,
And we have the screams still on the soundboard, I think.
yeah, but I just wanted like eerie, like nervous. There we go.
We do.
The controversies of Thanksgiving. The things that nobody wants to talk about. We're going to talk about. I'm exaggerating. It's not that deep. I think I was waiting for that. I thought that was going to happen at some point. I think everybody is already kind of under the understanding, even whether they agree or not, that majority of the dislike for Thanksgiving stems from the erasure of Native American treatment in this country. And so I think people already kind of are at an understanding for that. But what I thought was interesting, and it's something that I never really gave much thought to, was there is a question of whether Latinos, specifically in the U.S., obviously, should or shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. And there's some people with like some strong, like heavy opinions that this is something you should protest and you should not partake. And there's some people who are like, whatever, government free day off, you know? And I think that's totally understandable. That's how I
take
feel.
what you can get from the government, you know,
Right? And I'm going to take this day off. Yeah.
and appreciate the food being made and the people around me. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think, though, it is just kind of interesting to look into because it ranges from, there's reasons from like Latinos shouldn't celebrate because this is another form of just assimilation into American culture and you're forgetting your original culture. Or, you know, we have indigenous roots, so we need to honor our indigenous ancestors and pay mind to these ones. Or, you know, disrespect to the surviving Native Americans. And then a take I haven't heard or really never gave much consideration to was just like, it's a gluttonous celebration, just like wasteful.
I heard that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's not really something I really paid attention to. But I think in general, you can kind of say that, I mean, we're a first world country. We're usually wasteful with most things.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to worry about food like that. But I did think the assimilation argument was very interesting. And I do have a quote here from somebody who mentions it. And this isn't necessarily, nobody's right or wrong. These are just...
Wait, before you get into that, can you
Yeah.
clarify assimilation just for...
Yeah, so assimilation, at least in this context,
For
is...
those who don't know, I know what it means, but for Arturo knows what it means. But for those who don't,
I know what it means, but like...
what is
Spider.
this? What is assimilation? What are you doing? There's a
Spider.
spider web?
What?
An
There's
actual
a spider
spider?
climbing down on me. I don't want to say that because I want to freak you out, but there's a spider that climbed on me.
And now it's just on the floor?
What?
What do you want me to do with it? Hold on to it?
I don't know.
He's hanging out. I'll get him
I'm
at the
gonna pull
end.
my feet up. It's
It's
fine.
like not even that big.
I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even stressed.
All right.
The episode.
The word assimilation.
Assimilation. I feel like now I feel like I'm getting a horrible description of the word. Basically, to kind of, I don't want to say fall in line with, but to assimilate is just kind of...
To take on ideologies.
Alex, do you mind pulling up?
Or
It means
I have a mind
to
for
take
it, but-
in and understand fully, cause to resemble, liken.
Okay. Yeah. So when it comes to, in terms of culture, assimilate into cultures, kind of like follow cultural practices or beliefs or just, you know, kind of blend in a way. I guess I could have started with that, to blend in. And
All Star Trek. All Star Trek fans know what assimilation is. The Borg. No Star Trek, no Trekkies in here.
None of us are Star Trek.
I'm
We're
a-
Star
I'm a
Wars
Star Wars-y.
fans.
Assimilated.
I'm a Star Wars kid.
Okay.
Hate to break it to you. Sorry.
You can like both.
You can, but you know which one's better.
Edgar, Star Wars or Star Trek? Hot take. This is going to be the most controversial take coming from you all day.
I already
And
know
then-
what it's. Oh no! And you know why? It's because as kids, he had to watch it. When we were kids, he had to take us to those movies.
And he bought us the toy lightsabers.
But I did watch Star Trek too, so
Oh, okay. Well,
Did you like Star Trek?
Yeah.
Dang.
I kind of easy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Not very strongly opinionated on media.
I'm not like
You can say it, a nerd.
I'm not necessarily not, but like I'm not like crazy about it. But
Yeah.
I do like to watch almost everything and anything that I can.
I like that. I can appreciate that. I'm
anyway,
picky.
sorry to take you off assimilation.
It's okay. Just never do it again.
My bad.
Anyways, assimilation when it comes to I'm sorry, Alex. It's just a joke. Blending in and falling in with American culture. And a lot of people in general around the world are protective of their cultures. Obviously, it's something that lasts generations beyond lifetime. So people want to protect it. And there is a lot of I think you can agree, right? There's a lot of Latinos are like very protective of their culture, and there's some, not all, that are very critical of those who like participate too much in American culture, you know, almost to the extent of treating them like traitors in a way. Do you think so or no?
I haven't experienced that.
No, I'm not saying like have you run into those people, but for the most part, like if you on social media or like on talk shows or whatever, with like discourse and debates and whatever, there's always, I think there's some Latinos who are just, whatever, I'm here in the US. And then there's some that are like very like just protective of like our roots and sticking with what
We know and what we've been taught.
Yeah, but I guess that can be
Well,
in every
But
think
think about it this way. Okay, I've been living here for 20-some years, whatever.
Yeah.
I can remember that. I've been living here for long enough, and it's kind of like hard to do that, you know? Like, okay, if I dive myself into the Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
they're gonna say that I'm whitewashed now.
Yeah.
And I'm not following my own
It's a really
culture thing.
an impossible request to make of somebody to not indulge in any culture that they're surrounded with 24/7. I feel like people who ask you to like, don't do that. That's the American way. It's kind of goofy. You're surrounded by,
Yeah, the only thing
American
I have to say
culture.
to any of those people, like, you do whatever makes you happy, and I'll do whatever makes me happy.
that's a good, that's
The
a
American way, pursuit of
energy.
happiness.
good, yeah.
Will Smith.
Not the movie. I'm talking about the Bill of Rights or something, right?
No.
No.
Will Smith.
And anyways, I wanna end on a positive note. / maybe you got a gripe with something. You want to let a rant out. What is something you're thankful for? What is something you're not thankful for? You can start with the negative or the positive.
Want me to go first?
Sure.
I am thankful for one. I gotta say, my dad, Papa. I appreciate you. You know, you give us this awesome opportunity to have this podcast.
I was gonna say that, but Arturo said it first.
I'll speak for the both of us on this. Me and Marie have wanted to do a podcast for a long time, and we talked about it before. We did a little thing on the internet, but like, this is official, and we're actually doing it. We're coming every week. We release episodes every Wednesday. Remember that, guys? But like, that's super cool to have a supportive parent that way. I mean, I have 2 supportive parents, but like, you're directly putting us in this spot.
You're literally supporting us. And
On
that's
top of
pretty
that,
cool.
I got the people I'm living with at my house. I got my sister there, my girlfriend, her boyfriend. Cool people. I couldn't ask for better people to be living
Your
with.
girlfriend and her boyfriend?
Her boyfriend. I pointed to her.
I knew what
My
you meant.
boyfriend.
I just wanted to clarify for the people who maybe didn't understand that
Don't make
sentence.
me nervous. And
Word vomit.
then I also have our awesome producer who makes me
Oh,
a little anxious sometimes, but We're great. I love all the people around me.
Nice. That was a very sweet answer.
And my cats, they're pretty cool.
Your cats are pretty cute.
Something I hate though.
No hate.
I don't hate a whole lot of things. I dislike people not being so open-minded.
Oh.
I don't like when people are stuck in the same mindset.
Whoa. Why did you look at me like that?
No, I'm looking at myself.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gesturing to me.
He was throwing that at me. I'm like, oh.
No, I think that you guys are pretty open-minded. I mean, you even
Thanks.
being here, I think that allows you to be open-minded and hearing what we have to say. You know what I mean?
Dang. Would you like to go next? Do you want me to go? Are you ready?
I wasn't ready for it, so I gotta think on something.
I'll go.
Say best for last.
Yeah, best for last. Something I'm thankful for is this past year, I've met a lot of really cool people this past year. I've had a lot of really cool opportunities present themselves. One being this podcast, which is really cool. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. Me and Arturo used to do our little spoon recording podcast together before we, came into this. And it's just, even this podcast has let me meet a lot of cool people. But just a lot of things really nice things have happened this year. Your cat, that was pretty cool. Arturo finding a cat. It's not my cat, but I was there for it, and that was pretty
I think
cool.
it's cool, but Dad does not think it's very cool.
This
I don't like cats, especially in the house.
the new pets lately, the new people in my life, my boyfriend, Alex, he's a pretty cool friend and a pretty cool producer. My dad, we've been getting along pretty nicely this past year, podcast aside. You're just a cool dad. My mom too, obviously, but she's not here, so it's the only reason I'm not hyping her up. And, my friends and family in general, I'm pretty grateful. Something I'm not grateful for, wasps. I hate wasps. They make me so angry. You know why? In my 22 years of living, I've never been stung by a wasp until the other day. I get up at 7 a.m. to go to the bathroom, okay? Mind you, it's one of those, I'm not awake. I'm half asleep. I'm keeping my eyes closed because I want to go back to sleep. I'm vulnerable and I'm tired. And I go and I sit on the toilet and I'm just doing my business. And when I go to wipe, I feel a searing pain in my pinky. Like, I look at my pinky and it literally made me yell out loud. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm looking at it and it's swelling and pulsing. And I'm like, mind you, I'm vulnerable and I'm tired. And my first thought is my tattoo falling off? I don't understand. And then I thought, is it poison? What's going on? I was not awake. I was so confused and scared. And then I was like, wait a minute. It's like a bite. And it's turning, my whole pinky's turning red. And I look in the toilet and there's a wasp in the toilet. It was hiding in my toilet paper roll because I just grabbed the toilet paper roll. Like, I just grab it and then I take my hand, I just unwrap the toilet paper, and do your thing. And I guess I caught a wasp when I was doing that. I don't know how I didn't see it.
That's why you got to put the toilet paper back on the roller.
I don't have one.
Oh, wow.
It just sits on a shelf.
We've been having a wasp problem at our house too. I had one break into my apartment upstairs. I don't know how it got there, but my cats were freaking out the whole time.
Dude, I was pissed. I was kind of proud to say I've never been stung by anything.
So
But
here's a question.
what?
Did you go back to sleep or not?
I don't remember. I think I was
That ruined my morning. I don't know about you.
I was so angry. I was kind of yelling in the bathroom, and I'm not going to repeat everything I said because it was not appropriate. But I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Something along the lines of that. And then, my boyfriend Elijah comes running. He goes, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I'm like, "I just got stung by a freaking wasp." He's like, "In the bathroom?" And he's also just waking up. It was just a very confusing time. I think I did eventually go back to sleep.
I'll
Maybe
probably spray my finger and I go back to bed. So
it's just
Put a little tape on it.
no. I was very upset. It was very alarming. It was confusing. I was disoriented. Anyways,
I've never been stung, so I got that on you.
well, my streak has been broken.
Want to brag?
Your turn, Papa. What are you thankful for and what are you not thankful for?
Well, I'm thankful for family and friends. That's for sure. Thankful for that and thankful for all the opportunities that I have in life. I'm not going to lie. I've been pretty blessed by a lot of things.
Bless
family.
up. Sorry.
I'm not thankful for the weather's coming up.
I hate it.
I'm excited. I have to be working on the weather and plowing snow and
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's something you can be thankful for me because I'll help you out with that if you want.
well,
I'll
You
have to layer it up.
probably will be helping me. But anyway, that's it. Like I think I'm very blessed when it comes to be thankful for things. I got everything that I can ask for. Awesome kids,
Oh, thanks.
awesome girlfriend, which by the way, she's moving in. You guys know that, right? She
Yeah.
sold
Oh,
her
yeah.
house, and
Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Good year for you too.
that'll be a good year to start.
Very exciting.
I should be thankful for that too. Actually, now that I think about it, so
That's
well,
a nice save.
that was included on the family and friends, and
I believe you. I just thought that was funny.
You guys, can I say something really quick?
Yes.
I know you didn't plan on me having to be thankful for someone, but I just got to tell you. And I actually told this to my girlfriend Shelby this year, that out of all the people that I didn't know before this year, you two are 100% the best additions to my life that I've had this year.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that.
So I seriously, I got so much love for you both and Edgar. I'm so glad that we're doing this together. This is so fun. But yeah, it's been so fun to help you guys come along and make this podcast. And yeah, you've just been awesome additions to my life, and you make my life better. So thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Very genuine human being. Say that.
I will say,
Super nice guy.
I'm not to ride a coattail, if I'm using that right. Never mind. I shouldn't have said
No,
that.
you use it right.
He's right.
I feel the same. I think it's been really cool knowing you because I kind of see you as not only, you're a very cool person to work with, but you're also a mentor in a way, and you do a very good job of it. You always make sure we are not only understanding and on track of stuff, but you do it in a way that we don't feel like we're in trouble, we're doing something wrong. You help us grow and learn, and you do it in such a kind, patient way, and I really appreciate that. And you're a cool friend. I can appreciate we can make jokes while we're working together, and we all kind of got the same sense of humor. And yeah, you're a very cool
Absolutely.
person to know.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Literally making me tear up. Thank you so much.
What are you not thankful for now?
Man, I've actually got quite a bit to not be thankful for this year. This was a really hard year for me. But it's hard not to count my blessings. I've had a lot of really cool things happen, a lot of amazing opportunities. I guess if I'm not thankful for something, I am not thankful for trash being on a different day when I move, because then I forget to take out the trash at my new house, even though I've been living there for like 6 months now.
Dude, every Thursday. You know what?
What? It's Wednesdays. Oh wait, no, it is Thursdays. See?
That's Thursday morning. You take it out Wednesday night.
Gotta take it. That's what I'm trying to remember. Is take it out on Wednesday. We missed like 2 weeks in a row, and we just got trash on top of our trash right now.
We did that too.
We did that too.
So I'm not thankful for the whole city not being on the same trash day.
For not being on Alex's schedule. I'm with you.
That's what I'm not thankful for.
Well, we have our thanks and our not thanks. And I'm thankful for this episode. It's been a very cool episode. And this is
It's been a pleasure. This has been Chicano
Chingon, presented by Hacienda Las Glorias,
Hacienda Las Glorias.
a Mango Mustache original. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget that we have more of these coming out every single Wednesday on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever else you get your listening experience.
Check the description for anything else we missed.
Yeah, check us on Instagram. We're always posting stuff. We
Hey.
always have things coming up. Like
Don't forget the live show.
shows.
We got
have live
Saturday. We're doing a
shows.
loteria live show. Be
Yes.
there. Be square. You're
This-
gonna win some prizes.
This comes out on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Be there, be square, guys.
So,
Happy
Win some
Thanksgiving.
prizes.
But yeah, this Saturday, if you're watching this on release, Loteria!
Loteria.
With fuerzas culturales, ballet del folclorico.
I forgot the whole title.
Hope I said that right.
You did good enough. It works. But
Nailed
Really
it.
hard.
one more thing to leave you guys
Amen,
with.
Yes.
Yes, the Mexican thumbs up approval. Stay chingon, Chicanos.
Clink.
Clink.
You like clink? How's that after my dog?
Mango Mustache Media.